Okay, we are back. We are now going to try to show you how to create really short cuts. And instead of using plastic running pliers for those cuts, we are going to use what we call our breaker grozers. Some call them grozers, some call them breakers, but this is the tool that I'm talking about. We're going to be using this one to make some small shortcuts with glass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this strip of glass from earlier. This is a nice thin piece of glass. I'm going to use it to make shortcuts. It's great scrap to use for this kind of cut. I'll move some of these big pieces over here for right now. And on these, I'll go ahead and use a marker so you can see the cut. On these are really short cuts. These only have to be like 1 column thick when you make it. So I'm going to go ahead and make, I'm going to make 2 or 3 lines. I'm going to make a line here, I'm going to make a line here, I'm going to make a line here, I'm going to make a line here. I'm going to make 3 or 4 cuts in a row, and this is actually easy. If you are having a hard time getting the straight cut done, if you have a piece of glass like this, you may want to practice making 3 or 4 shortcuts with the grozers and kind of get your confidence up on the pressure on it, and then go back to doing a straight line. But ideally, you would want to get your straight line done first. All right, so I went ahead and changed out glass cutters. This one is a different glass cutter. It might be a little newer, looks a little newer. I would have been greasing my wheel anyway, because you always grease your wheel after every 4 or 5 cuts, but this is the first time I'm using this one. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to roll it across here 2 or 3 times. And you always want to make sure that the wheel has a flowing motion. Like even before you grease, you may want to take your fingers and make sure it's moving. If it's not moving, then there's something wrong. It won't cut glass well. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to line this little black line up with these plastic ridges like we did with the long cuts. I'm going to get my feet in position. I'm right-handed, so my left foot forward, right foot out. If I was left-handed, I'd reverse the stance. I'm going to hold this for support. And all I'm going to do is same thing. I'm going to hold the glass cutter like I always have, keep it vertical, put it here at the end. I'm going to push down, pull back, but it's going to be really short and fast and sweet. So I don't need to push down probably super, super hard. I can just push down and that quick. Now watch. I take it. I don't have to put both fingers on both sides because it's a small cut. Look, came right off. Let's do that one more time. I didn't even need to use my breaker grozers. So I'm going to do it again. I'm supporting my glass. I've got this black line up here against this ridge. Feet are in position, holding it properly, vertical, straight up. Push down, pull back, gently tap it. Now I'm going more gently this time because if I go real hard, I think it's going to fly off. I want to show you how to use these breaker grozers. What you're going to do is, when we did the plastic running pliers, it was for long cuts, and we had to make sure that cut was even, like parallel or even with the line on top of the running pliers. In this case, you're going to make a T. Notice you've got a curved side and a flat side. The flat side is always on top. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a T. You're going to put those running pliers going this way, perpendicular to the line that you cut on. So you're making a T. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take your hand, you're going to make like a thumbs up sign, like a fist. You're going to put your fist underneath, your thumb on top. You are stabilizing this big piece of glass. You're holding this really, really still. And then when you move this glass, you're going to go down and out. Go down and out, comes right off. Okay, let me do it one more time. My wheel, I've made 2 cuts with it since I've greased it, so I'm still good. My feet are in position. Make the cut. I'm not going to tap it really hard because I'm afraid if I do, it'll pop right off. Usually a small piece of glass like that can. But again, make a thumbs up symbol. Get your fist underneath right up to that line. Thumb right up to that line. You're holding this still, so when you use those glass pliers, they're going to go down, but you're not going to just go down only. You're going to go down, but you're going to kind of pull back at the same time, so it's down and out. So again, you take it. Which side do you use, curved side or flat side? Always flat side. Flat side's going to go perpendicular to the cut. It's going to make a T. Your fist is in position. You're holding it still. You're going to go down and out. Comes right off like a charm. All right, I'm going to make one more quick little cut, and then we are going to go on to the next technique. I'm going to make my cut. I'm going to tap it this time, and look, came right off. This blade is great. It's working fantastic. Should allow us to do well with our next technique. So you hold on tight. We'll be back in just a moment.